Welcome back to my channel. It's been over a year since I said that. Over a year. And a lot has changed. A lot has happened in me, inside, outside my life. And so I thought I would sit down and talk about it and just reflect and share it. I think the last video was the one I did with my sister last year around the same time, and after that my life just changed drastically. Firstly, when I started this channel, I did it because I needed an outlet for myself, and not just because there's somebody else struggling with mental health and mental illness and just trying to navigate life and just find someone that they can relate to, but also for myself to just talk to myself about what I'm going through and how I'm feeling, and just almost like journaling but talking about stuff. And so unfortunately, when that massive wave and change happened, I don't know, but I just couldn't get myself to talk about it. Well, there'd be moments in between where I'd think about creating content, making videos about it, but then it was just so consuming. Okay. The biggest change was work-wise. I think even end of 2020 going into 2021, I just had a big shift inside of me, and I felt compelled to be more confrontational about childhood trauma, specifically my childhood trauma, and not so much about external things, but things that happened in my home, in my family. And I come from a very beautiful family, 2-parent household, the ideal nuclear family. I had my sisters and my brothers growing up. I still have them, just that we all over the place. We're adults now, and everything was great looking outside, outside looking in, but inside a lot of stuff happened, and I just needed to confront that, and I wasn't prepared for that journey and what it was going to entail in terms of being ready for the emotional toll it was going to have on me. It's not great things. I wasn't burnt or whatever, but it's significant things that really traumatized me as a human being. And I needed to confront that. I remember this one specific incident. I was at work and I just felt like something was choking me. I had to leave, walk down and go to my car. I sat and I just cried, because when you bring yourself to stuff and you let them and you sit in them, you just cannot ignore it, and the pain and just the emotion and everything just came back, and I just needed to sit in it. And I remember just crying and I couldn't stop, and it was very random, and it was in the day, and I was at work and I just couldn't control it, and it was just horrible. But I'm glad it happened, because it was just one step closer to a better healed me. And a lot of those incidents kept happening. With that, I just couldn't cope with work. It was too stressful. I was depressed. I was drained. I was exhausted. I hated it. I felt unsupported. I felt out of place. I felt like I didn't belong. I was struggling. What do you call this? Imposter syndrome. A lot of self-destruction and down talking, and a whole lot of emotions were going on, and I just couldn't really separate my personal stuff and my work, and everything was just happening all at the same time. Well, my life has never been smooth and for the whole year. I've never had that life. But I feel like last year I was an adult. I had choices. I could make choices. I was more aware, and I found myself in a place where I I felt suffocated. I don't know if I'm making sense. I've never really said this out loud, so I'm I'm reflecting as I'm going, so just bear with me. I tried to get leave, but it was declined. I tried to ask for time off to go for therapy. It was declined. I really felt unsupported, and I felt misunderstood, and I felt like I had nowhere to go to breathe, because when I turned to my personal life and my personal things, it was a lot. At work, it was a lot. Love, whatever, it was a lot. Everything was just, a lot was happening, and I just could not find space to just break away from it and just live, man, and just have a moment to stretch myself and breathe, and just, it was just a lot. In September, I went home. That was lovely. I'm grateful for that trip. But on my way back, going home was about something else that my family was helping me, that happened in my childhood. My dad and my brothers to help me confront that situation and talk about it. I'm forever grateful for that. It really helped me a lot. So I went there for that meeting and just to see my granny and whatever. And on my way back, I was in a horrible accident. I'll try to link a picture. I thought I was gonna die, but I didn't. After that accident, I already had feelings and just a voice. Now I know that was God, and just very strong feelings that I needed to quit work from as early as July. But you know, you ignore it. You're like, I'm not one to not work. I don't quit. I don't give up. I mean, I've been through worse type of attitude, and you're like, no man, I can do this. And no man, I've gone through worse, and this is gonna pass. It's just a wave, and it's just a phase. It's just a whatever. But I was really struggling. I was really struggling. It was bad. So after that accident, the voice, the feeling got even stronger. It was just, I hated going to work. I hated anything and everything to do with the place, with my mental health was just struggling. And I finally gave in. You know, when you hate something and it's that distinctive, and you know without a doubt that you don't belong there, or you're not supposed to be doing that, and everything inside of you just hates it, and it just repels it, your attitude towards it changes. My productivity dropped, my attitude, everything just changed. I became this very unpleasant person, I think, because I wasn't giving my best. I couldn't give my best. My cup was completely empty. I was just an underperforming, under average performer, employee, and I didn't like that. It's not who I am. I'm a badass. I'm good at what I do. I'm great at being myself, at performing and doing my work, and I'm just someone that really goes over and above. But I had no motivation to. I just hated it. And so I think that and everything else led to the ultimate decision of me now being unemployed. Well, a new, strange, weird, scary place. Firstly, I have never not worked from when I was 19 years old. I'm 30 plus now. I know I turned 30 like yesterday, but I'm in my 30s, and well, I'm a 30 plus year old, and I love being 30 plus. It's nice. It's a nice place. It's a beautiful adult place. I feel I've never been at a place where I feel completely able to give myself permission without beating myself up about it or feeling guilty, or I can just freely give myself permission. And I have never been in that place until I turned 30, and it's just beautiful. Anyway, back to the story. I have never not worked since 19. I have always been onto something else. I've always strived for something. I've always, I've just always been on the go, like since I left home. And it's it still is a very strange place to not work. I remember the first few months were good, not great, good, because, well, I was tired. I really needed to unplug and just relax and really find myself again, and just, sleep in, not have to worry about deadlines, not have to worry about reports, not have to worry about making a call, sending an email, stats and whatever, and just, just relax and just really get rid of all the toxicity of work and how it had been, and what it had become. And I had the most beautiful January. It was, for the first time in a very long time, January was total bliss. It was amazing. I loved it. I was home. I did whatever I wanted. I was just really my best self. But something strange happened. It's not strange. I guess it's inevitable, where that you're going to, at some point, run out of things to do. And I just found myself not knowing what to do with myself, wanting to go back to work desperately, kind of regretting what I had done. And it's not because it's from a financial point, or not from external factors, but because I think I had identified me and associated my worth with working, and how far I can go, and everything that comes with work. And when it had hit me that, wait, now there's none of that, it's just you and you every day, all day, and you're not proving yourself to anybody. There's no real goal, like work goal. It was just me. And I was like, flip, and what now? I just started wanting to find work and applying, and it's just like, and when you'd get those emails, nobody prepared me for those "we regret to inform you" emails. And it's not nice. It's very sad to be rejected like that. It's very sad to not be wanted, and for because I had been with that organization for most of my adult life. Prior to that, I worked for another organization, and I worked there for almost 3 years. So before that, I've never really not worked, been unemployed. I have never been. And now, what do we do? And then the depression came. It hit me like a tornado, like the biggest wave. And I found myself in a dark place again. And I found myself extremely sad and empty, and not knowing what to do with myself. But honestly, I'm grateful for self-awareness, and just knowing myself and understanding the journey that I've been on. And also just being able to sit with myself and try to understand, where are all these feelings coming from? Why am I feeling like this? Why all of a sudden I feel like I'm worth nothing? I'm not me because I have a job. It shouldn't be about that. I'm not me because I've got whatever. I'm not me because I can do whatever. I am, with or without. I am before anything. I am enough. I am the best. I am the greatest. I am kick-ass before anything. But I didn't arrive here very easy. I didn't get to this place that I am at today, because last week was a different story. I was extremely depressed and sad and triggered, and because a lot of stuff has been going on, and also just my internal battles. I had to remind myself and really do the work again of reminding and talking to myself and getting myself to almost like a pep talk that, listen, baby girl, you are enough. You are enough, and you don't have to perform to be enough or to be worth or to be seen or to be valued. And your self-worth, your value, your essence is not determined by how much you can do or what you have, or I am before any of that shit. And so today I'm happy. I'm really grateful. I'm eternally grateful for a lot of things, and grateful for being alive. It's a roller coaster, but it's been better. um I'm not on medication, I'm not on therapy, because I want to do life on my own and just take control of my life. Also, I'm not on medical aid anymore. I have not been since I left work. It's an expense that, it's a necessity, a big necessity, but and an expense. And um, I'm not at a place where I'm desperately in need of it, and I don't want to really even look at it like that. I'm gonna get it, just not now. I'm doing well. I am happy. I am filled with gratitude. I'm still unemployed, and now looking for a job, doing interviews, is not from a place of desperation that I want to prove to myself that I'm worth something, but rather I think I've rested enough. I think I'm ready to pour from a glass, that a cup that is full, because I really feel filled now. I feel I am able to give something, to be my best self in the corporate world again. And I am open, and I'm applying, and I'm attending interviews, and I'm turning down interviews, I'm turning down offers. And it's from a place of knowing myself and my value and who I am. And I'm not just going there and taking it because I have to, or I'm desperate for it. And I'm grateful for that. And I realize that this is not everybody, not everybody is able to do that or be in that position. And I'm grateful that I've done the work, continuing to do the work, and I know myself, and I'm continuing to heal, man, and recover and be my best self. What am I leaving out? I think I've covered everything. I am back, and I'm gonna try to create more content and talk more and updates about where I am and how I'm doing. Do I find a job? Am I moving? Am I moving cities? Am I moving places? Am I anything that's gonna change? I really promise myself to document it and talk about it and reflect and just have these conversations more than anything with myself as an outlet, which is the whole point of me having this channel. So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I am back, and too many more. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're taking care of yourself. God bless you, and see you on the next one.